Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to explore Chapter 2 Political Science, Federalism. This is an important chapter not only for exam but also to understand how our country works. So let's see. First, before we are entering into the topic, what is meant by federalism? Let's start with the meaning of the word federalism. Federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country, nothing but the states. Usually, these constituent units are states or provinces, as I said. This is about the federalism. You can expect this in 2 mark also. Okay. The next topic is about the key features of federalism. So under the key features of federalism, there are 7 points are there. All these 7 points are very important. It is one of the important question. Okay. So the first point is about that it should have 2 or more levels of government. In India, we have 3 different forms of government. One is central, state and local self-government. The second point is about different levels govern the same citizen, but each level has its own jurisdiction defined by the constitution. Okay. The third one is about the jurisdiction of each level is guaranteed by the constitution. No level can change the power of another on its own. No level is nothing but, for example, central government can't able to change the power of state government. That's what here they are referring. The fourth one is that changes to the constitution require the concern of both levels. Okay, it cannot be changed by just one level of government. If there is any changes to be done, for that both the level of government, either the central government as well as the state government want to accept it, then only they can do any changes in it. Okay, the fifth point is about courts resolve disputes. If there is a conflict between the central and state government, the judiciary, usually the Supreme Court, acts as a referee. Okay, they used to solve the disputes among both the different governments. The next one is about the sources of revenue clearly defined so that each level can function independently. Each government can able to function independently, as already in the constitution there was a clear revenue definition is there. Okay, the next one is that the last point is about the dual objectives of federalism. Objective is nothing but aim. What was the 2 important aim that the federal country should follow? One is that they want to promote unity of the country. Though we are belong to different state, there should have unity among us. The next one is that want to accommodate, want to accept the regional diversity. Regional diversity is nothing but for each region there is a difference. For each state there is a difference. Okay, that we want to accept it. These are the 2 objectives. This dual objectives also can expect in 2 mark. This point alone. Okay, in simple words, federalism balances nationality with local autonomy. Federation. The next topic is about the 2 different types of federation. Okay, based on how they are found. First one is that coming together federation and the next one is that holding together federation. First let we see coming together federation. In this type of federation, independent states come together on their own to form a bigger unit. They pool their sovereignty and retain equal power. Okay, the central government is not more powerful than the states. They used to divide, they used to have so many parts, but all those parts used to have the same power. That is called coming together federation. Which countries are following? That is nothing but examples are USA, Switzerland and Australia. Okay, this type is based on partnership and equality among units. This is called coming together. The next one is called holding together federation. In this federation, a large country decides to divide its power between central and state government. The central government tend to be more powerful than the states. Sometimes there is unequal power sharing, as in India, where some states like Jammu and Kashmir earlier had special status, now not, it was before. Okay, so example India, Spain, Belgium. This also you can expect in 1 mark. Coming together federation and holding together federation examples. Okay, so you want to clear in that. The next one is that in this case, power is divided to manage diversity and maintain unity in a large country. The next topic is about what makes India a federal country. Now let's talk about India. India is described as a union of states in our constitution, right? But the structure is clearly federal in nature. The constitution provides threefold distribution of powers such as Unionlist, Statelist and concurrent list. Unionlist is nothing but it includes subjects of national importance like what are they? Foreign defense of the country, foreign affairs, banking, communication, currency, all this sector or all these branches, departments comes under the union list. Only the central government can able to make law on these departments. That is very, very important. The next one is that state list. Subjects of state and local importance like police, trade, commerce, agriculture and irrigation. These departments will come under the state list. Here, state governments only can make laws here. State government alone can able to make laws here on this departments. Okay, the next one is that concurrent list. Concurrent list is nothing but the department or the subject of common interest like education, forest, marriage, trade union, all this will come under adoption and succession, all this will come under the concurrent list. In this concurrent list, who used to take decision? For example, we have seen union list means central will take decision on those department. State means state government used to take decisions on the state government list. Concurrent list means here both state as well as the center used to make laws, but if there is a problem, if there is a conflict, the law made by the center only will be finalized, or by the center only prevails. Okay, the last subject is about the residuary subject. What is meant by residuary subject? Subject that are not mentioned in any of the three lists are called residuary. Example, IT, cyber law. So in this and all, only the central government can legislate on this. Okay, this division of powers shows that India is a federal country. We have seen in the holding together federation, all the states will not get equal rights. Okay, because center used to have power, we have seen. Some states used to have some unique powers when compared to other state. Some states used to have enjoy the special status or special leniency. For example, Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, these states and all enjoying the special power under the Article 371, which means that based on their historical circumstance, based on the geographical location, so these special powers are given to those people or those state. For example, what power means? Here they have given one. Okay, one of the example here it was given. The Indians who are not permanent resident of this state, for example of the Assam state or of the Nagaland state, they cannot buy land or house in that particular state. If they are not a permanent resident of that particular state, they can't able to buy the land there. But in other state it is not like that. For example, if I want to buy land in any other state, if I want to buy land in Maharashtra, I can do, but I can't able to buy the land in Assam because I am not a residential person of the Assam. I am not belong to the Assam people, right? Because of that, this is one of the special power. At the same time, this is one example. Another example is that some other units or some other part of our Indian state is enjoying very small power. For example, the areas like Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, our capital city Delhi. So these territories will not have the state power. They are directly under the control of central government. Okay, the central government used to have special powers in running these areas alone. They are called union territories, right? So those union territories will be run or under the control of central government. As I already told you that if anything want to be changed, so for that in our constitution or in our rules, anything want to be changed or any new law to be brought out or anything else, they want to do some changes in the power sharing, means it is not at all easy one. As I already told you, both level of government want to agree to it. Okay, the parliament alone can't able to change anything else. Okay, first they need to pass the bill or pass the changes to both the houses of the parliament. In the both houses of the parliament, 2/3 of the members should accept it. then only it will be finalized. As I already told you that we have seen in the features, the court has a special power. There is a dispute between the powers. There is a dispute between the powers of central and state government. Here the High Court and Supreme Court can have the rights to take decision on this matter. The next topic is about how is federalism practiced. Now let's understand how federalism is actually practiced in India. Federalism is not only about the constitution but also about how it works in reality. Here there are three key ways in which Indian federalism has become stronger over time. First thing is that linguistic states. In 1947, our states were not created on the basis of language. Okay, in the early time it was a provinces. Each provinces, for example, Bangalore is a provinces, Chennai is a provinces. So likewise, each state, Hyderabad is a provinces. Likewise, there were no separation based on the language at all. But demands from different linguistic means what? Language group led to the reorganization of states. Okay, in 1956, the States Reorganization Act was passed. This created new states based on languages like Andhra Pradesh for Telugu speakers. Clear? So this helped people feel respected and gave them a sense of belonging. Contrary to fear, this actually strengthened the national unity. But all the states in our country is not separated based on the language. That is also you want to understand. So based on the culture and based on the geographical location also we have separated the states. For example, like Nagaland, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand. So these states were not separated based on the languages. Clear? The next is about the three ways I told. Now first one is that linguistic. Second one is the language policy. India has no national language. Clear? When it was happened in our country, nearly 40% of the Indians' mother tongue was Hindi. Okay, so here the remaining languages were considered as a scheduled languages. So here if you take our southern India, most of the people don't know Hindi. Most of the people know Hindi. If you take northern India is maximum people knows Hindi, right? Maximum people know Hindi. So here those who don't know Hindi, especially in southern India, they started to argue that they want their language also should be official one. Okay, so then later on those who don't know Hindi, so here English was added as an official communication. Clear? Many states continue to use their own regional languages for government work. So as here, apart from these two languages which we have used as a language in the government offices, even in a particular state their own languages as used in their government offices. Okay, there is no imposition of any language. This respect for linguistic diversity is another way federalism is strengthened in India. Clear? The next one is that center-state relation. Let's look at how power is shared between the center and the states. For a long time after independence, the same party such as the Congress ruled both the center and most states. This led to the center having more power. But after 1990, this was changed completely. With the rise of regional parties, coalition government become common. Initially, whatever the central government was saying, all the states were accepted because central government play a major role. The same party was there in all the states. Okay, later on, so after the 1990, in many states, their own state party started to comes out. Once the state party started to comes out, they started to question the central government. It leads to the coalition government. As the coalition government means what? You already know that. The government formed because of the combining are more than 2 to 3 political parties. That is called as coalition government, right? So this was happened. The Supreme Court also gave many judgments in favor of states. This led to a new culture of power sharing, giving more voice to the states. The last topic is about the decentralization in India. Now let's discuss an important part of this chapter. Okay, in a large and diverse country like India, it's not enough to just have 2 levels of government, right? India is a very big country, right? Population is also more. So we added a third tier, which is called local self-government. Okay, so in 1992, the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments were passed, giving constitutional status to panchayats and municipalities. So under this also there were 4 features are there. Those 4 features are very, 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 very important. I want you to concentrate all these questions very clearly. Okay, what are the main features? Is nothing but regular elections for local bodies should be done. Okay, seats in that election seats in that party should be given for SC ST means what? Scheduled caste people, scheduled tribe people, even for the backward classes also. And for women, 1/3 of the position should be reserved. Okay, state election commission created to conduct local election. States to share powers and funds with the local bodies. Now villages have gram panchayats and cities have municipal corporation which look after local problems like roads, water, sanitation. So everything they are maintaining in their particular area. If you take in urban area, municipality and municipal corporation used to take care of. If you take rural area, village panchayat, gram panchayat, this gram panchayat used to have several ward members. They used to called as panch and sarpanch at all. They were directly elected by the people only. Okay, so here these people are these organization used to take care of the entire supervision work of that particular area. So here the election twice or thrice in a year they used to meet together. This members of the gram panchayat used to meet together to decide about their annual budget, what to allocate, where to allocate, what are the things they need to proceed it. This and all they used to do. If you take after this in a district level, if you see means this gram panchayat are joined together, it forms a panchayat samiti or block mandal. Okay, so all these panchayat samitis and mandal in a district joined together, that forms a Zilla Parishad. Okay, the members of the Zilla Parishad also was elected. That person might be the member of the Lok Sabha as well as a member of the Legislative Assembly also. Okay, so as this all things about under the village, you want to remember 3 things: Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha, okay, then Block Samiti. Gram Panchayat is the starting level. Okay, under that this and all you want to remember it. If you take urban side is nothing but municipality, municipal corporation. Municipality is set up for small town. For big cities at all, municipal corporation will be there. The head of this municipal corporation is nothing but mayor. Clear? This is called the decentralization democracy. Now local people can take decision about their local needs. This is the true spirit of democracy. Thank you.